This is Iron Sharpens Iron Council. Welcome to the evolution. Okay. Welcome to the maiden voyage of Girl Chat. I just felt the need. You hear what I'm saying? The need to gather with the women folk in this here world. Not necessarily only for the freedom movement or whatever you want to call this movement that we are all a part of, but just a gathering of the feminine mind, because we are special, we are unique, and we are empowered. And I just want us to come together and network so that other women could be, attracted to the movement. Okay. And so welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys here.
We are the influencers.
Yes, exactly. There you go, Damita. She's right. And so we have a few other people who signed up, but maybe they didn't set their alarms. So ladies, when you sign up for the list, make sure you put on, set up an alarm on your mobile devices, your phone, your laptop, whatever the device is that's going to remind you. Set up a calendar, because that's what I had to do. I set up the girl chat and I had to remind myself.
I put my phone today, remind myself to call the place for my son to get his car fixed, because I keep forgetting, because I had to make sure I set up a date that he doesn't work. So yeah. You got to remind yourself things. Yep.
You do. I'm so busy, I'll forget my own meetings that I set up. So I had a couple of topics that I wanted us to cover. They're kind of evergreen, actually. It's not like just for today. It's kind of like whenever we meet, we could talk about it, because we have life experiences with men all of the time. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so we're not here. First of all, let's do some housekeeping. You guys are frozen. Am I frozen for you?
You're frozen. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the bandwidth with Zoom. It's been happening ever since the pandemic hit. And so there's really not much we could do. It just kind of unfreezes you whenever. So basically, a few housekeeping rules, just in case we grow exponentially. I just want us to keep our responses to 60 minutes. 60 seconds. 60 minutes. To 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. So that we'll give everyone a fair chance to respond to. Unless you have a follow-up question and then someone asks you, once again, it goes right back to the 60-second, time limit, just so that everyone will get a fair chance. Because, like I said, other people have signed up. They're just not here. They probably just didn't remember that today is, girl chat. So, I'm just planning ahead, thinking ahead that when we grow, keep it down to 60 seconds or less. You don't have to use the whole 60 seconds. And then, and try not to talk over each other. That's all. Be mindful and respectful and stuff like that. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's real simple, real easy. Because I'm guilty of all of the above. So I'm really checking myself. I'm really checking. It's really, I'm talking to myself really, because I do that. I do all of those things, and I'm gonna try not to. Okay. So the topic that I had in mind, I know you guys have some topics too, but the topics that I had in mind was, what are your experiences so far in comparison to men and women? What are the comparisons for this freedom movement? Like, whenever you've discovered this journey and you took this journey, what experiences have you had with both men and women?
Oh, you went out. I missed the last two sentences. Can't hear.
Am I back?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, it does that. It's like a rolling, freeze. Okay, so the question is, what were your experiences like when dealing with men in comparison with dealing with women on your journey to, the truth and freedom and all of that? So that's my question. And I answer the same questions too, because I have had a lot of experience in the last 3 years, honey. The last 3 years has been something else. And
well,
so,
you're really out there. You really put yourself out there. So I imagine you probably got a lot more responses.
oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, trying to just help people. But you get attacked, you get called names. It's horrible. And not to be bashing men or anything, but I get it 10 times worse from the men.
They rude.
Yes, rude, and I expect people to be rude. It's sad to say, but I almost expect people to be rude. That's the part that doesn't surprise me. But the part that does surprise me is men who expect me to give of myself freely, and they have a problem with me saying no. And it's mind-blowing. And I get it 10 times worse from people with my same hue, okay? I mean, it's unimaginable. Like, they expect, the brothers, the men, with my color, they treat me with more disdain and more disrespect, sad to say, than the other men. Now, there are other men who are disrespectful too, don't get me wrong. I could name names. Because it was so jarring and shocking that they're so bold with it now. Like, what happened to the good old days where men were extremely respectful to women regardless of the circumstances? That's gone.
I just told her, then they try to treat you like you less than, or like you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And then I just got to the point where I'd be like, okay, maybe I don't. And I leave it alone, but I'm not going to argue back and forth with you. For one, I'm not going to talk about something that I don't know about. I'll listen more. If I know, then I'll talk a little bit more. But then to just treat me like I'm less than you and I can never know what I think I know, that's absurd to me.
Yeah, so that's what's been happening. And it's just, first of all, the reason why I even put myself out there, like Maggie said, is because of the high level of disrespect. I couldn't take it anymore with the larger groups. They are just mean-spirited, extremely negative, and almost to the point of a level of violence that it's beyond the pale. I don't get it. Why do you have to be mean-spirited about trying to share the information that you know? Just because you know something don't mean that it's okay for you to be disrespectful or demean someone else. But it's still, I don't know, maybe I'm just, because I'm 51. I'm really proud of my age. I'm not one of those women who, no, don't ask me. Ask me, I'm good. I'm 51.
I'm 49, so I'm close.
I'm 45.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be of. We have nothing to do with that, So I tell people my age all the time, but basically, maybe it's a generation that we come from that we expect respect from men, because I still do expect a different level of respect and honor from men, but it's just missing in today's society, which is just such a shame. These men in the specific in this room, in this freedom movement, they are off the chain. It's like, listen, I will get cussed out, call all kinds of names, and it's like, really,
they almost treat you like you're not supposed to know. Like, what's the big secret? They treat you like you're not supposed to know. Like they are the only ones that can know.
It's definitely very egocentric for sure. I would almost say could be a jealousy, but it might be a jealousy thing. Like they want you as a woman, you need to stay in your place. Don't come out of your place. Don't come out of your lane. This is not for you. You know, you just stay in your dainty little box and don't cross over, right? And it's unimaginable. I'm like, wow, how did they get so bold with the disrespect? How did they get so bold? What made this okay?
Wow.
What made this okay?
See,
because you know what I think personally, when I started learning, like I started learning from a guy, but for a moment there, it was all guys that were learning from each other. A lot of the women had sat down and we weren't in our proper positions to learn. So they got used to just dealing with each other. And see, when we came in, we think differently. So the things that they were used to saying to each other or how they were teaching each other, we came through with a simplified way to do it. And it was almost to me like a jealousy thing. Like, who you think you are? Like, okay, y'all been doing it this way, but I see that we can just do it this way. And I say that for me personally, the guy that I started working with, we don't work together no more because I think he got jealous of me. I was learning a lot, but he felt like he couldn't learn from the student.
Yes, I had that. Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up. But Maggie, you were about to say something too?
Oh, just like, I think I've been lucky and I haven't had too much of that because it's like, I know how you usually recommend to say more, and I don't say a lot. I'm one of those that's more quiet. I don't say as much, and I don't, but I have worked with a lot of men, and I guess I've been blessed. I've had a few that were pretty good.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to look. I'm one of the people who was in your group with you for a while. I was gonna see if you, because people have different names at different times.
Right.
Jerome Powell. See, do you remember him? He was in the group for a while. I had a great experience with him. He was always helpful to me. But see, he's been in the group in this for a while. And my understanding when I worked with him at times was similar to what you guys are describing. Not boys or girls, but just in general. Like he always felt like people were attacking him all the time. And so I lucked out that he would kind of send me stuff and sometimes be extra helpful to me when I was first learning, because he said I was one of those few people that didn't argue with him. Like girls would do that to him. So it's the other way around. He said girls would just like, what's going on? Like, just be very, like, you're not doing enough. You're not doing this enough. And they would be kind of like what you're describing. He was getting that a lot. And so because I didn't do that, I got treated a little better. But
okay, so you've had great experiences. I actually have had a few good experiences, but it's like the majority of the experiences were negative when it came to men.
That's also probably because I just kind of read and I don't get involved as much. The more you get involved, the more it's gonna probably.
They'll probably see it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, but it's definitely been, an eye-opening experience. Just because I'm a student of life, and I just whatever issue that I'm embarking upon, whatever research topic that I'm tapping into, I just try to step back and look at the situation, and you start to see patterns. And when I started to see the pattern of negativity, I was like, peace, I gotta go. This ain't for me, because my spirit don't like that kind of environment. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I try to avoid it at all costs. Right.
And that's when I started to really see a shift in my learning. Because I started to surround myself with positivity and more positive people. And that took me realizing, hey, the positive experiences that I'm looking for is not here. So I have to go over here.
Your voice went out. Looks like Demita, you're
in the back. Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right.
It rolled again. So I literally had to tell myself, listen, why are you beating yourself over the head trying to change these people? They are who they are. They are where they want to be. stop trying to force positivity where positivity is not accepted, and just go on about your business. And that's what I did. And it's just so funny because when I made that conscious decision to, okay, I'm not getting fed here in the larger groups, it's too negative, I'm gonna go ahead and start my own thing. I actually reached out to 3 of our brothers that were in this movement, and I talked to them, and all 3 of them was like, nah, you don't need to do that, you don't need to. They were very negative again, so that encouraged me even more to to start my own group. And that's what I did. And it was really only supposed to be a small little study group with me and 7 other people, so a total of 8. But then they started liking what I was doing and what I was, dropping in the group, and then it just grew to where we are now, which is just a wonderful, amazing, journey. And it was brothers and sisters. It wasn't just women, because I had thought about that. It's like, do I just want to invite my fellow, cohorts, my women, women in the network? And then I was like, no, because it wasn't just negativity that I was receiving just from men. I had actually received negativity from women too.
I'm sure.
So
yeah.
it wasn't the gender, it was the environment. So I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and create a new group, create a whole new space, and demand respect. Demand that we stay positive, and just and don't tolerate the negativity. So that's how the whole Iron Sharpens Iron, council thing.
It's a beautiful thing to have. Like I have my Maggie Facebook page, and then as you saw through the things that I had to share to get into the other group, I also have like I have a family Facebook page, and then I have a spiritual Facebook page with my spiritual teacher. And that's how he has like 5 different pages, and that's how he runs his pages. He does not allow any negativity whatsoever. If someone's negative, they're out. That's just it. And he's very loving, and he just doesn't, he will not tolerate it. So
I just don't understand, and I don't think that I will ever understand how that negative reinforcement, studies have shown negative reinforcement does not work. Mm-mm. Anywhere, any environment, at any level, people do not respond to that. It just does. That's why the problems in the can you hear me?
I can
hear you. I had you on mute because my husband was talking to me.
Okay. So that's why the prisons system is so messed up, because they come out completely like animals almost, because they're treated like animals, by the authority, and so they have to survive, because it's not the people, it's the negative reinforcement. If they fed them with positive reinforcement, I'm telling you, I'm kind of like a geek. I look into stuff like real deep.
I do too.
I'm such a nerd, and I am proud of it. I used to be so ashamed of being a nerd and a geek. I am proud of it. I'll raise my hand. I'm a super nerd. Okay, I love digging and researching. But I'm telling you guys, I literally did the research on the positive effects of positive reinforcement in the prison systems. And do you know that they literally have eradicated all prisons? There was no need. It was so successful.
Yes, somewhere in Scandinavia, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I posted it in the group. They don't even have any prisons anymore. I think it's the Netherlands, Finland and the Netherlands. One of those Scandinavian type countries. I was like, oh my gosh, because they changed it completely around. They had to close the prisons and turn them into apartment buildings. There's no prisoners. America could learn from that, but over here they treat people.
It's a business here. They do it on purpose. It's really, really evil. It's a
whole industry with investors and corporate stocks and all of that, and they treat people like cattle. And the prison systems, and then they let these people out after years and years of abuse. And they let them out. Of course they go back in, because that's all they know. They have been dehumanized and embarrassed.
Our brain is a computer. They program it.
Not even that. They come out so angry within.
Yes.
And they can't catch up with the times as of right now. that
Right.
they find themselves into more trouble because you can't apply for this job, you can't apply for that. It's so many things to knock them down when they get out, and they are already coming out with a chip on their shoulder.
Right, and so many, barriers to entry to anything. Like you said, employment is damn near impossible. Okay, sometimes they even get grief from their own family. Looking down on them like like they're still a criminal, like they didn't pay their debt to society, and they're set up for failure.
And then depending on how long they've been gone, to who kept in touch with them, because some of them come out here and they've lost contact with a lot, or those people that were close to them passed while they were there.
Absolutely. There's no support systems or mechanisms to keep them, on the straight and narrow, and then you just let people out like that with $50. Sometimes it's $25 out here. I'm like, what?
Yep.
It's
It's criminal.
It's criminal how they treat them. It's horrible, and
Can't hear.
Out.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, you back.
Okay, cool. We just gotta wait it out, y'all. But, and so not all of them are, tragic stories where they, go back into the system and everything like that. Now, I just recently did a story on a brother that he had served 13 years in prison.
I saw that story.
Yeah, for a crime that he did not commit. His name is Hassan Bennett. And I sent him the link to the story, and he called me on Messenger, and I was like, oh man, I'm so happy. You're such a hero to me, because he didn't give up. And he's one of the positive stories that when he came out, he started trying to help other people. And, he actually found a job with a law firm. So that, he's one of the rare successful stories. And so he's trying to give back to the other people that he left behind, because he knows he lived it for 13 years. So that's something.
Some of the guys in this movement are moved because they got put in there for something ridiculous, and it woke them up to start studying, and then they want to spread and help others. It seems that there are some that are in that arena.
Yes, they want to learn how to get justice for their own case, and then they also form little networks, and so those are the positive things that can come about from it. I just wish that more men would realize that positive reinforcement goes a lot further than the negative stuff. It's just unbelievable. So that's all I had to say. I just had to get that off my chest. So let's talk about the women, though. Okay, so have you had positive or negative experiences with women?
I'm gonna say even first, like, my close friends that have been around me for years. Like, most of my friends have been my friends for 20 plus years. I don't really have new friends, but you've been around me. But then I guess you've seen me do so many things. I didn't fail at a lot of stuff, but you see me do so many things. And even like now at what I'm doing, this doesn't interest them at all. And, and then I'll have other women that I work with, like, these women hang around you all this time and they don't get any of this knowledge. So I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's laziness, if they're uninterested, if they think this is a bunch of crap. Like, I don't know.
This is what my dad used to do. When things go over your head.
Yeah, like, y'all around me and y'all see me succeeding and helping other people, but they'll just sit there and want to tell me, well, this is happening and that is happening. I don't want to hear it, because you don't want to do anything to change it. I mean, I don't know a better way to say it.
Yep.
What about not necessarily people in your personal circle, but people like how
they think I'm crazy. They
like,
think I'm crazy. How you know that? And how that's gonna work? A lot of them, they doubt. And then I'm like, well, go look it up.
People who like us here that you study with, that kind of thing.
Okay, the people that I study with,
Yeah.
I only have one particular female that studies closely with me, and she gets it. But I dealt with her for a couple years where she knew all of this existed, but she wasn't hearing me. She was working at a nonprofit that I was volunteering at as a notary, and she saw things in the system, and she knew things from their point of view. But from what I was saying, it didn't click to her. Now that she's taken the time to understand it, now she's seeing how the both sides coincide together. But at first, she wasn't hearing any of it either. And so recently she said, you know, I'm thankful that she doesn't work at the job anymore, and the Lord has given her time to sit down and actually pay attention to the stuff that I was trying to share with her in the beginning. You know.
Okay, well, that was you as a sort of a mentor to her. Have you had any women mentors for you?
For me, no. I tried to have one and it didn't pan out. Every woman that I run into that I think would be a mentor for me, it ends up being I've studied. I not even that I've studied longer, but it seems like I understand things a little better. So where I'm thinking I'm going to them for help, it almost flips the coin, and I end up the helper. You know,
I think we were talking. You had a question, and I had more questions than you did.
You know, and it's not a bad thing, but I found myself trying to learn and trying to connect with different people. But just from my experiences alone, I'm like, okay, I'll have more answers for the next person than I can kind of get for myself, you know. And I don't feel bad about it. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but this works out that way.
Yeah, because you have been in the trenches and you have been studying.
What was that?
I think because she's been studying, so, you know, it just goes. It's always going to work out that way for the people who are more devoted, more dedicated. You've been studying, so you're always going to kind of. I found that my experience. This is earlier on when I was still kind of knee high to a grasshopper, just learning this thing, just discovering. I was newly awakened, right? And I started to study with a few of the women, and like you said, like we said, it's not a lot of us. It's not a lot of us. So whenever I tried to connect with another woman, I was super excited because she's a woman, and I'm like, yeah, I want, you know, I prefer that.
Girl power.
Yeah, it like you said to me, that it didn't work out because I was dealt swiftly with major attitude. It was negative, but it was from a different negativity. It was like, you need to be on point. You need to be, and I noticed that a lot, and I don't know if you guys experience this, but from the women, especially the women with my hue, Lord have mercy, I promise you, my people, they had a expectation that I had to be, or they were demanding that I be only helpful and only deal with people of my own color. I got that. All three of the women that I thought that I was reaching out to for help. I'm telling you, I was like, wow, y'all something else out here. It's not okay to be racist at any hue of color. But for some reason, these women felt so, when I tell you comfortable and brave, they just automatically assumed that I was just going to be with it. And I was like, stop it right there. It's not okay. Yes, all three.
One group that joined one of the classes, and then you had to get out of that situation. That you're.
When you come in with that type of spirit, you don't get nothing out of it.
Right, but all three, and I don't know if you was around one time, Maggie, when you were with that one.
Are you talking about the Moore group?
Yeah, we tried to merge. These
1 second, I have to answer a call. 1 second.
Okay, just mute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I joined my PMA with another PMA, okay? Because one of the members said that, hey, I'm a member of this PMA, but unbeknownst to him, it was supposed to be just for the Moorish people, right? And then but he didn't know that. So I joined us with them, and this lady went on me. She was like, oh no, we don't invite the what does she call? I always forget what they call the so-called white people. The Moors. They call them something. You remember the name, Maggie? I don't know, because I don't use that verbiage. I don't use that. But they were like, yeah, you can't invite them, and you got to be pure. This is a pure race thing. And I was like, oh my God, I am out of here. It was crazy.
But they be serious on that. That's one thing that I didn't like about those Moorish groups. Like, come on now, we in here, we trying to get from up under a system, and it's almost like you trying to put them beneath us. Like, we're no different. We're all here together doing the same thing, going through the same struggles, and the only way out is to help each other.
Yes, absolutely. I cannot get the race baiting. I cannot get with the politicking. And I cannot get with the religious nonsense. And I don't deal with race, I don't deal with politics, and I don't deal with religion, because those two are tinder boxes ready to explode. And people are very passionate about it. So I stay away from those topics. But yes, I promise you, all three of the women that were, I think two of them were immortal, but one of them was not. But she was also about that life. And I was like, nah. I mean, she went, it was embarrassing. Remember, Maggie? She went off. Oh, no. We don't expect, we were all live in the meeting. And she's like, wait a minute, you sound like you love the slave masters. I was like, what? She went in. See? Yeah, but it's just so amazing how brave and bold they are, that they just came to me expecting me to just join along with that mindset. And I'm like, nah. They're like, Ann, you a leader now. You need to lead your people. Yeah, my people all have a heartbeat. They are heart-centered. That's who my people are. I don't know who your people are, but my people is heart-centered people who love people. Just that's it.
But you see why those particular groups fail too. You know,
exactly.
With all of that negativity, that's why they're fighting amongst each other. And that's why I said I was so happy to find your group and another way to go about this than to put all that more stuff on my paperwork, because they fighting amongst each other.
Yeah. They there's a lot of infighting, there's a lot of negativity, and you know where that's coming from? The old saying, there's no honor among thieves, is because of that. It's because of that. Oh, look at the fur baby. Oh, that's who was making all that noise. He's precious. I like him. What is his name or her name?
That's Samson. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, that's my doggy do. So
yeah.
I just put on my windows over here. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Hold on. Oh.
So yeah, I just listen. This has definitely been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do something like this because I just want that connection with other women who are kind. You know what I'm saying? Just kind-hearted and just trying to do the damn thing without the negativity. And so I just hope that, this first girl chat will encourage and inspire and empower other women and make them feel like, hey, you don't have to put up with someone belittling you, demeaning you just for asking a question. What are we, junior high? We don't act like that. We adults. We got to do adulting a whole lot better than that, because if you have to reduce yourself to be belittling people to try to make yourself look bigger, that's not where it's at. I'm not about that life. So,
and some of those people float from group to group. You ask a question, they like, you people don't pay attention. And what is, I'm like, yeah, like, weren't you just in the other group going off on somebody else? Like, God, just stop.
Yes, yeah, I used to see that too. And I just started to show support to other women, in particular in the larger groups, but that wasn't working. So I just had to leave. I just had to just leave them to their own devices, and I just had to leave because none of the positive reinforcement tools that I was trying was working, because it was just, you know, when something is just damaged beyond repair. That's what I just chalked it up to. They just damaged beyond repair, and because I would try positive reinforcement, or I would say ask things like, well, why you gotta say it like that? That's so negative. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. It was coming across like I was some Miss Goody Two Shoe or whatever.
Like, tell the truth. It was sucking up too much of your energy. I mean, that's just what it is. You find yourself tired just from trying to deal with one person. Like, oh Lord, that just took the wind out of me.
There you go. It was so ridiculous. I was like, why? How you living? How you even have a heartbeat beating in your chest, acting like that? I mean, they were out there with the mean spirit, and I just couldn't take it anymore. It was taking up too much of my time. And I just had to go. I was like, peace, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all over here, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to just do me.
And it doesn't
work. A couple of them.
I mean, this is a spiritual journey. It doesn't work. I mean, if you don't learn, I mean, you can't really get to the levels you need to get to if you don't learn to stop arguing. You can't argue. And this...
Thank you for reminding.
If they study this stuff and then they have that mentality and they have to, you know, deal with the people that they're supposed to deal with, how are they going to get any further?
Right. It's supposed to be man and woman against the machine. Okay, that's the only fight that I see. That's the only two sides that I see. Man, woman against the machine. But all of this infighting is a waste of time. That's why I was
agents in there to do that on purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so,
absolutely.
like,
because it's so much fighting against us. We don't have the energy or the know-withal to even go to the system to get relief. You know, like they so busy fighting amongst themselves over there. We ain't got to worry about them.
Yeah.
The men against the women. They want all the races against each other. They want the religions against each other. They want family squabbles, the generations against each other. So the goal is to always keep difficulties, so then we don't pay attention to what we're really supposed to be paying attention to, what's really going on.
Absolutely. The sabotage is real and is intentional. And, you know, it's just, we have such a huge fight on our hands. It's almost like an impossible mountain that we have to climb. And you know, I'm just glad that, you know, the Creator, sometimes I say the Creator, sometimes I say the Most High, sometimes I even still say God, but you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, the spirit that lives within us, basically. But basically, I'm just glad that I got that message to just leave, that some things is just damaged beyond repair. Like, you just can't fix it. You just gotta go. You just gotta go over here and do your own thing. And that's what I did. I'm just glad that I finally realized that you can't save everybody. You can't save everybody, even though I want to. I want everybody. I don't want to leave anybody behind. I want everybody to be saved and be responsible.
I have to tell you, Ann, you remember I sent you that one David Wilcock video, and you said you liked it, right? A couple weeks back.
Remind me again what it was about.
Oh, I don't know. It was something. He's a real positive kind of. It was something about like how many. Like, I know you're interested in having a certain percentage of people that go to this other side, that it'll affect the greater mass. He talks about. So I joined his ascension class. So I was waiting to find out to get in this course, and so it's like every Sunday. It's 5 hours long. But he talks about that. That's his goal, is to try to get everybody to ascend, you know, mentally, all that, you know, just to this higher level. And he said that too, like the way he's taught is that you're lucky if you can get a couple people, but why not? Why not try to get everybody? So he's still trying to get everybody, but It's like his spirit in that sense reminded me of you, because I know you want to pull everybody up, but you just do what you can, you know.
Yeah, that's the cross that I have to bear, you know, just knowing that I want everyone to ascend. I want everyone to win.
I mean, I kind of like was thinking, oh, I wish Ann was in this class with me. She would love what he's saying, because that's what he's talking about, that the way things are going, that there's a good chance that we can pull everybody up. You know, that's his goal.
Well, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. You're like, damn, the water right there is fresh, it's clean, drink. You know, but they won't.
But this muddy pond over here looks better.
Yeah. Yeah. There was I saw, it's so funny because I saw a picture, I'll put it on the video. I'll try to remember to put it on the video, but it said, even when everyone is doing it, wrong is wrong, right is still right. And the picture depicts a man in front of like a small crowd holding the picture of the sun. You know, the sunlight. He was holding a picture of it. And the one guy in the back that was falling, everybody else was following the one that was holding the picture of the sun. But the one guy in the back, he caught a glimpse of the real sunlight. So he was looking over here, and he was like, it was almost like a question like, wait a minute, this is the real sunlight. You have a picture leading people into the darkness. So it was just so amazing. It was just one picture, but it told 1,000 words. You know, they say one, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. That was one of them. I'll try to put it. I'll try to put the picture when I'm editing this video. But oh my gosh, it was so special to me, and I'm like, that's exactly right. So everyone is not going to listen. They're just going to listen to what's popular. They're just going to listen to, you know, whoever has the loudest voice. And, you know, like the news media and everything with the fake stories and the fake news and all of that. And here we are telling the truth and trying to lead people to the truth. And we get all kind of argument. I mean, oh my gosh. It's just, it makes you want to beat your head down and just quit. Every day I'm like, I need to remind myself my why. My why is because I love helping people. But I have to remind myself because sometimes I just have to peace, y'all, and meditate and just leave Facebook and leave social media altogether because it's crazy. You know, and that was
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I ain't strolled today.
Yeah, this ain't my walk today, okay? Because I'll cuss you out. You know? And I don't want to. I don't want that to feed I don't want to feed the wrong wolf. You remember that story about the feeding the right wolf? Yeah. You want to feed the loving wolf. You don't want.
Yeah, I love that story. You're frozen.
Where did she go?
Okay, I'm back.
You're back.
Are you back?
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, look here. You gonna step out of line a little too far, and you're gonna get the wrong wolf. You gonna get the. You remember when what was his name? The Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. You know, I feel like when I'm angry. You remember when he used to say that? Don't piss me off. This might be the wrong time.
You got that right.
You know, so.
Like I said, my son, don't make the tough mama come out. You want her? No.
Right. And so it's just a matter of knowing your own limits and just not allowing people to cross that, you know, and take you out of your happy place, pretty much. But that was the other thing I wanted to touch on. We're touching on a lot of things, but the whole social media making people brave to say just anything to anybody. Woo! What is going on? At first, social media came into the scene. it was like manna from heaven. Like, what? I could connect to people from, you know, like, you know, my family were from Panama. I could talk to my brother that's in Panama. I could talk to family from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? It was such a blessing. But then it turned into this evil thing. Like, it brought the nastiest parts of people.
We got
too.
Facebook gangsters.
Yes. And it's like they turned such a beautiful thing with the positiveness of the, you know, the turn of events with the technology into such a hateful platform. Like, that's not what it's for, people. It's to bring us together.
And see, for me, whenever I'm on there, well, you know, like I said before, I don't post a lot. I don't do a lot. I have to work on that. You know, I'm one of the shyer ones, but I so enjoy going on. But what I do is I just ignore the negativity. I just ignore it. I just step right over it.
I do too. I've learned how to stroll past. Like, that ain't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for me, you know. But it's not easier because I don't, like I said, I don't put as much on there and do as much either. So maybe that makes a difference. But I definitely no.
Now it has become.
Sometimes if I like you were saying you posted something and you got some negative stuff and it kind of bugged you. You're talking about that to me earlier. Like, to me, that would be the same thing. If I posted something and I got a lot of negativity, I might just like, no, I might just take it down. I don't even want to go there. Nope.
And I was talking about that last post I put in the group where I was saying, you know, due to my frailty, I put that down. But then the first couple comments they were in, like, that don't work, that can't work, where you use that at? So I turned the comments off. So, you know, it got deleted out the group because I turned the comments off. But I was just like, I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody. I used it and I just thought I'd share it.
Right. Right. I mean, it's getting easier for me to do what you guys do, which is to ignore it.
Yep. Just completely ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to just resolve to just ignore it, because it's not gonna you're not gonna win them over, and you're not gonna change their mind.
Yeah.
You see, and so I have to learn that.
Like alcoholism, you can't help somebody unless they want to be, you know, like that whole mentality. You can't help somebody till they're ready to be helped. So it's the same thing. If they're not willing to see that they're being negative and they want to be nicer.
Yes. Yeah. And you just gotta let them.
I know, I was like, oh, I turned off the comments and got my little post deleted. I said, well, you know what, whatever.
Yeah, it's just, you just gotta because you were trying to just keep it positive by turning the comments off, but yeah, the trolls won't let you be positive.
They won't let me be great. They wouldn't let me be great that day.
They didn't want to let you be great. Exactly. I was like, wow. You know, it's just, you just got to keep it moving. You're not going to change their mind, and you're not going to change their mindset. So we just have to just, you know, I'm learning. I'm just not, after years of being on Facebook, I'm just now learning to ignore the negative stuff. Like, don't even engage in it. Because I used to be trying to explain that, nah,
it's negative to begin with. You just already know it's going in a direction you don't want. So just.
Yeah, I learned some people are just going to be childish and immature, and they're just stuck on, you know, childish games, you know, junior
That's
high.
The word, childish.
Yeah.
That word, childish.
Yeah, childish, so immature, and they don't see it, and that's the sad part. The childish people that are immature, they don't see it as childish and immature. So there you have that problem right there.
Yeah, because to solve a problem, the first thing is you have to know that there is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I guess we can wrap it up, because, you know, the longer videos take longer to process on Zoom.
Somebody else came in, Yolanda.
Oh, Yolanda just joined us. Okay, we're about to wrap up.
Right, I saw her name pop up, but her mic and her video is off. But I did see her name flash across the top of my screen.
Yeah,
I'm here. I just joined late because I've been on conference calls.
Okay, cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you show? Are you willing to show video? You called in. You can't show video. Can you show video? I don't know if you can show video on your phone. Well, the meter's on her phone.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
try.
on my Zoom app,
Give me a
though.
second.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait a minute.
We've been chatting away. Where you been?
I know. Let's see.
There she is. Hi, Yolanda.
I have
welcome.
bad connection.
What's that?
Hi.
Hi.
I have a bad connection. It keeps
Oh,
going off.
Okay, cool. Well, you're here now, so we are.
Yeah, like
happy.
now I can't hear anything.
You can't
That
hear?
background looks familiar.
It's going in and out. Like every time I put on the video, it just shuts off.
Oh, no.
I can hear you now. Hi.
Okay.
I know I'm late.
You can't hear us, y'all.
Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you can, try to get on the laptop. I don't even trust doing the phone anymore.
Okay.
Because I have so many problems on my phone, but a lot of people have, a okay connection on the phone too. So I don't know. I just prefer the computer. But welcome. This is our maiden voice. This is our first episode of Girl Chat. And so I am just happy to hear from you. You missed a lot of the girl chat, but let's ask her the evergreen question that every one of us asks. What has your experience been since starting your journey to learning the truth and your freedom journey? What has your experience been like with dealing with men and with dealing with women?
Well, I pretty much started isolating myself because once I start, like letting people, in on, hey, this is what I'm learning, this is what I'm doing, they give me the side eye and, they're like, yeah, sure, right. No one believes anything what I'm saying. So I just said, okay. So I like we'll see.
Right. we have
so
already,
yeah, people are so used to living the way that we live, they don't know how we should be living. Yeah, so that's the thing.
Absolutely. We are the unicorns of society.
I think I lost connection again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pretty much accepted that we are the unicorns of society.
Got it.
We pretty much,
yeah.
Isolation is the norm. Sad to say.
I find it terrible, but I guess that's because we do have groups we can meet other people like-minded at least. But I find that the people around, like, they'll just say, well, I'm just going to watch you and see what you do. Like they want to wait till I do something.
Right.
You want to learn with me? No, you figure it out, then I'll do it. I'm like,
I know.
Well, I have new best friends. This laptop, this computer that my laptop streams through, these printers in my office.
Yeah. Exactly. You have to just create your own little network, your own little world. And now we have girl chat, so we can support each other and love each other, because this was so needed, so long. I mean, I just got tired of just doing this myself, and also, I couldn't do what we're doing here in mixed company in terms of men and women. It just wasn't working. It's just not gonna work. I tried. We just needed to have our own little corner, our own little space. And so I was like, I finally, dedicated myself to bringing this thing together. And I just hope that we can be, feel uplifted, even if it's just 1 hour out of the week, 1 hour out of your day. That's all I just want this to be. That's pretty much my goal here. So I hope that you guys have felt that. Yolanda, Damita, Maggie, I will see you guys next Monday. Set your alarm. Set your alarm, you know, on your phone, on your stuff.
Was it Monday at, what was it? Did you start it at what, 2 or 1? What did you?
I'm thinking 2. I'm thinking 2 is better.
Okay, I like it.
Because
Monday at 2, okay.
Yeah, is that cool? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because if I have a Netflix and chill night, I can still, you know, be good at 2. Because that's what happened. That's what happened last night. I was up till 3 o'clock watching all kinds of movies. I watched Extraction. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And
I heard that was good.
Yeah, it really was. It was an amazing journey of a hero. That man took a beating. His body took a beating to save that little boy. What?
Did you watch what was that movie? Black Lightning. Have you watched that, Ann?
I've been watching Black Lightning, but I haven't seen the new season.
Did the new season start? Because I know I just watched up to 3, I think it was, that was on Netflix. That was really good.
No, I ended it at season 2.
Okay, so yeah, I've watched up to 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't realize that I was so busy. I didn't even realize there was a 3rd season. So I got to get caught up. But that's a good one too. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely. Oh, you guys, shameless plug. Can I do a shameless plug? Okay. And I feel comfortable with a shameless plug because you guys here, all you ladies here, happen to all be members of the workshop.
Awesome.
Look at the universe. Look at how the universe is doing me. Okay. So, you know, we're all like-minded and everything. So the blueprint, I have a new blueprint for you guys for all the workshop members.
Okay.
That's what made me late for this girl chat meeting because I was so excited about sharing it with the team in the back office. And I was teaching Crystal how to do it, and she's like ready to go. She's like, oh my gosh, this particular, okay, if y'all think I delivered on the private wealth bundle, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet. This blueprint, let me tell y'all something right here. This blueprint, I'm so excited. I don't even want to do the other one anymore. I promise you. It blows all of them away because it's super easy and it's super positive, right? And I was showing Crystal, you know, the whole mechanism of how to make it work, and I'm writing it up because the original write-up is 185 pages.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing, but guess what? Y'all not gonna get 185 pages. Y'all know I don't do that. I don't do that to y'all. I don't do y'all like that. I got it down to 4 pages.
Okay.
Because I'm a miracle worker. What I do is I dig in and I get to the Rudy and the Tootie.
Focus on what's important.
Exactly. I was like, she crazy. 185, you crazy. So I went in and I did the whole thing and I got it down to 4 pages, right? Well, it's 4 pages right now. I'm gonna go back in and tweak it and everything and release it to you guys because I was gonna wait to give it to you guys upon graduation. But in light of the whole Corona, COVID world that we're living in, and people are hurting for finances, wherewithal now, I want to put it in. I'm gonna front load it to part 1. Is the part? Yeah, because it is the intro, part 1, part 2, part 3. I'm gonna release it at the end of part 1. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. Give me a minute because I gotta go through I gotta tweak it. I already got it down from 185 to 4 pages. Okay. Wow. But now it's time for me to perfect it and, like, you know, to really, like, jazz it up for you. You know what I'm saying? And make it more, you know what I'm saying? Make it presentable. So give me about a day or two, and then I'll put it in the inside of the workshop for you guys. Let me tell you something. I love this thing. I'm actually hooked. Do I dare say I'm addicted to the damn thing? Because you have the opportunity to create an asset within, well, the first time that I created the first asset, it took a minute because I had to stop, read, But now that I know it and the wheels are turning, it went from like 2 hours with the stop, read, down to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm churning them out. So you guys know the blueprint. We don't want to give away stuff for the non-members, but you guys know blueprint number 1, number 2, and number 3. They took time, and then on the back end, it took time to set up. Now a lot of them, one of them is set it and forget it. But even when you're setting it, it took time.
Right.
This one, the time from beginning to end, once you have mastered it, is 20 minutes. Okay. And it's nothing but positiveness. Oh my gosh. And then the other part of it that I love so much is the fact that it takes the potential earning for this one is equal to all 3 of them together.
Wow, okay.
Based on one asset. I ain't even playing with y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm like, when you see what I'm talking about, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, and don't be playing. I'm telling y'all. I investigate and I do the hard part. Like I go through the hard, trial and error and everything so that I can bring you the condensed version, right? So that you can execute and start making that bank. Because I'm not playing. We're gonna be millionaires in a minute, okay? And then when we have the 3,000, now we can take on people, the evil millionaires and billionaires. We can take them on.
The way you put that, because like my personality, I have like, oh well, okay, it's not like I have money, but I could take it or leave it. But you remind me of the reason why you want to be a millionaire, and I've thought this many times in my life, and it's because people that don't really crave power and all that don't really care if they have it or not, and that's why it's more important to have it. Because then you can compete with the
change and you can
over everything. Right.
Exactly. Because the reason why the Bill Gates of this world has power and authority is because of his wealth. It's because of his wealth. It's not that we are money hungry or we are, we're greedy or nothing. It's not that. Right. We know that that's what it's going to take to be amongst the movers and shakers of this world.
If all of us were millionaires the way we're really meant to be, imagine if every single person knew how to take their power back, got their account back. These control freaks wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
They wouldn't. We would be able to stop them.
And that's the main point. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why, I renamed the whole program, the workshop. It had so many different names. Remember, it was train the trainer. It was and then I came across, I think it was on Netflix. I was watching the recommendations, and Mission Possible came up, and then I was like, no, they call it Mission Impossible. The movies.
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise. So I was like, okay, I want Mission Possible. I want it to be possible that we meet mission to, gain back our power and authority. And then anytime we meet up, we come across, evil spirits like, the Bill Gates of the world. Now he has a match. So you're laughing over this guy. She over there cracking up.
Exactly.
But
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so ready to release this thing. You just don't even know, because let me tell you, I crunched the numbers, and it can realistically earn you $600,000, and that's conservatively $600,000 per asset.
per month. Did y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
I said $600K per month per asset. An asset that will only cost you 20 minutes once you have it down packed. And all it takes for you to get it down packed, I only was like on my second one. The first time around while I was learning it and perfecting it, it took me 2 hours. The second time, it took me an hour. The third time, 20 minutes. That's it.
Wow.
And you can do all three in the same day. You know, the first time it's going to be a little bit slower. The second time, you know, a little faster. And by the third time around, you're a master. You got this. You could churn them out. Because with the other assets that I showed you guys how to create, it's going to take a little bit of time. On the back end, it's like you're building a legacy. But this one, you're building the legacy, but you're going to get, like within the next 30 days, you could be at that 600,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, Chad, I wake up every day thinking about what new asset I'm about to create with this.
Okay, here go one of my crazy thoughts. I thought about it, I looked into it, but I didn't look into it, but I said I would. Well, I was gonna sign up to be a debt collector. Since people don't want to get rid of it, I started to get some of that money too.
Well, let me tell you something.
I can buy me some debt note.
Let me tell you something, because
that is income.
Yeah, because this society that exists today is built on debt. Okay, it surrounds debt. It's built on debt. It moves on debt.
Value in essence, yeah.
That is, I have the blueprint for that, but I didn't want to touch on that until you graduate.
Okay, I ain't ready for it, but I just wanted you to have it in your brain because I was thinking about being a debt buyer. You know what I'm saying? I just have it in your brain. It's been twirling.
Yeah, no, I got you, because we're going to be doing that, but at the graduate level. Because
all right.
Only because it's a little bit more involved, and it's going to involve you to do consultations and stuff like that. And I didn't want to introduce anything that's going to take too much of your time, you know.
Okay. I can wait. It's just been in my brain. It's just been in my brain.
It's perfect. I like your brain. Me and your brain could talk. I love it. But yeah, I got you covered. We're going to touch on it. But because it's a whole company you got to create behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's a little bit more involved, but I'm going to give it to you, but at the graduate level, because I wanted to do things that are quick, that are fun. And that's why I keep introducing these different blueprints, because not everybody's going to like everything. So it's going to be something for everyone.
Yeah, it's for after this, because I want to be put in my proper place, sitting in my proper place, so when I go to do it, you know, so yeah. I can wait.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So, all right. Yes, this has been, let me tell y'all, this has been super, super productive. Y'all just don't even know how happy you have made me today. Right? We have to come up with
fire under my booty. You put a little fire.
Come up with a girl chat. You know, like how the whole Wakanda thing. We have to come up with our own little signal. We gotta come up with a girl chat signal. Because I can't even do the Wakanda because my arm be hurting, my shoulder. I can't even do it right now. I be like a half Wakanda. I be like this. So we'll think about this. But this was so much fun. But I do have to get back to work. I have 2 banks that I'm after, and today is the day that I need to keep on them and write my next round. I do believe that I have the mortgage company on the fence, and we are talking $2 million. So I ain't playing with them. They're gonna release my credit. Okay, this next round that I have. Whatever I come up with in terms of templates and writings, because stuff just comes just from my mind. It's just amazing. I just have to meditate on the word, and then it just comes to me. Like I'll see the letter already written in my mind. I just got to get up and start typing it. And then I'll share it with you guys because it's very effective. It's what got Bank of America to open up my account and give me.
I'm on your heels because I want them. They got some of my red.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yes. So.
Period. I need my reds back.
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's your trust property. And we just have to learn to finish the fight. You have to finish the fight. You can't. And what's been happening is we've been running out of steam because they know that we're tired. They know that we're just learning and not knowing what to do. But I have all the steps, and honey, we are getting this. But at the same time, we're getting stuff done on the private side, but we're getting stuff on the public side too. And these blueprints, honey, is gonna set you. This new blueprint. I got 3 blueprints. I don't know. Did y'all see the new email I sent to you? Did y'all receive the new email that said it was just yesterday?
Yeah.
Check it. You got it, Maggie?
Email.
Let me see. I'm checking out. I don't think I got that.
Oh man.
Did I get an email from you yesterday? No, I didn't get an email.
Yeah, I got an email. I need to go back and read it.
Okay.
Well, you said it's going to be posted in the community group, right? I just haven't got on there yet. I hope to do that today.
Well, part of it was me talking about the 3 new blueprints that I'm working on. Mm-hmm. And so the one that I'm talking about that has the incredible return on investment, which is like free, because you guys know that we do the free sites and turn these free sites into passive income producing monsters. This is another free site situation, but this one, like I said, it takes the 3 and turns it into, it's the total of the 3 of the ones that you guys have already received. It's the total of just that one. It's incredible. But I'm also doing another blueprint for you guys that is involving real estate. And I was talking about, that's why I mentioned the real, uh-oh. Am I back?
Yep.
Am I back? Okay. The reason why I mentioned the email is because I talked about the 3 that I was working, the 3 new blueprints that I'm working on. Okay. But even still with the 3 new blueprints that I'm working on, one of them is this incredible opportunity that kind of like combines the income potential for the first 3 all in one. And it's less energy, less time, less, just less everything. And the other 2, one of them is dealing with real estate. Okay. You can't even call it real estate investing, even though it's real estate investing, because there's no money, no bank, no nothing. You're just talking to sellers. You're talking to homeowners. And so I've been investigating that. I have like 5 books that I'm reading just on that, on real estate investing. And I've joined 4 groups on it. So I do the, I immerse myself into the thing, and then I bring it back as a blueprint, as a 1-page, 2-page, blueprint for you guys to just execute, take it and run with it. So I'm working on that real estate one. And then, the third one that I'm working on, the new third one that I'm working on has to do with, you can't really call it stocks, but it's investing. It's dealing with investing with as little as $50. With as little as $50, you can take that and run with it and change your entire family's legacy with one $50 investment. I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. Y'all lucky y'all got me, because I'm just saying, because I just love research. I just love research and I love sharing. So, it's the best of both worlds for me. But basically, let me tell y'all this real quick story, then I really gotta go. But basically, there was a man named Neil Patel, and I'll give you all the names. You don't have to write anything down. But I met Neil, oh my gosh, it had to have been 7 years ago. It was a long time ago. I kick myself now because now Neil is a millionaire. multi-millionaire. He's running with Robert Herjavec, who is one of the Shark Tank members of Shark Tank, the show.
Mm.
That's who he is investing with. And I'm like, what? But because things that happened to me in my life with, I had back-to-back family tragedies, and it took me on a whole spiral. So I lost contact with Neil. He's doing incredible. Am I back? Am I lost?
You're back.
Okay. Because I thought we were frozen and I came back. Okay. So anyway, Neil just came out with a program with one of the guys from Shark Tank. You know, the TV show Shark Tank?
Mm-hmm.
Robert Herjavec. So Neil has joined forces with Robert Herjavec, the shark from the Shark Tank, and he has created an incredible program that helps you. That's putting it mildly. Not helps you, but gives you his research based on the next winners that's gonna hit it out of the park, such as the next Uber. He's trying to predict the next Uber, the next Amazon, the next Facebook. That's what he does. You're getting 10 years of investment history from two brains that are just genius for investing. Robert, the shark, Robert Herjavec, his company, he generates a revenue in north of $1 billion annually. How about that? Okay. And he has an investment company. That's what he does. This is what the man does. Okay. He came as an immigrant from Yugoslavia. I can't remember what country, but his parents, working class, all that. And now he's a self-made billionaire because of investment. His mind just took to investing. He just knows, he can detect the winners, right? We don't have to research this stuff for 10 years. We just could tap into their mind, and they're sharing it with us. So he joined forces with Neil, the guy that I knew 7 years ago and lost contact with, that's now a millionaire. Neil's last investment, he turned $25,000. Now, I know a lot of us don't have $25,000, but just hear me out. Mm-hmm. Neil took $25,000 and he built up to the $25,000 from his other investments. So then he took the $25,000, bought some shares in one of these unicorn type companies, like, the next Amazon. Mm-hmm. Guess how much Neil received in 3 months for that $25,000? Try $8.7 million. He knows how to recognize this. So you have two great minds, intellectually speaking, that is giving you investment, and they're giving it to you. You don't even have to research. No. What they have created is incredible. So what I did was I bought into, they had different levels.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right, am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Thank you, Zoom. So, basically, instead of me having to do all of the legwork behind the scenes, they have done all that in terms of investment. I don't have to do all of that. And I was like, woo, jazz hands, jazz. I don't have to do all of the behind the scenes legwork to bring you guys the research. They have done it for us. And so, but it comes at a premium. So what I did was I purchased, right? And they have different levels, and I'm going to give it to you guys in the, I'm going to give you like their website. So if you want to join it yourself, they have I think the goal is $39. The next level is $79. And this is an annual thing. And then the next level was $129. But I came in at the elite, which is $500, and it's a lifetime. You don't have to keep renewing annually. So I was like, well, let me just go for that. And so I'm going to turn you guys on to that because everything that I do is for the group. It's for the community trust. right? It's not just for Ann. It's not just for me. Everything that I do. So, but I just still have to figure out how I'm going to, because I cannot give away proprietary information. That would be wrong. I don't want you guys to do that to me or to anyone, and I wouldn't do that. But because it's a community trust thing, we'll have to discuss more privately, not here on YouTube, in the YouTube world, but we'll have to discuss how you guys are going to benefit in terms of, like, if you want to invest yourself and not just depend on the community trust, because you have a stake in this, okay? That $500 that I spent was for the community trust. It's not under Ann, it's under Iron Sharpens Iron. You know, it's for us, okay? And so they're already going to do so all we have to do is sit back and wait for them to say, okay, buy this stock, and it's done. They've already done all the research. Are you kidding me? It's like, man, that rating down from heaven. I was like, yes. So I had to do it, and I wanted to share that good news with you guys. But I could not believe. That's like, Neil, look at what you've been doing for the last 7 years. Wow. He probably don't even remember me from a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the last time I talked to him was 7 years ago. He don't even remember me. Probably not. You know, and oh my gosh, I could have been rubbing elbows with the Shark Tank people. But it's all right because, you know, this opportunity, you know, came, and we're going to seize the moment. And you guys are part of the community trust anyway. And so I'll give you guys the website, and you can join at whatever level you want to. But regardless if you do or you don't, you still have this with us in the workshop. So that's what's going on. Guys, we are about to set this world on fire.
I say we about to blow up.
Exactly. So listen, all you YouTubers that don't know us, you need to know us. You need to come in and join us, because this thing is really, really about to take off, and you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be left out. You will really have the fear of missing out, okay? The FOMO, you will have fear of missing out. You'll have a serious case of FOMO. So you need to get up in there, and I'll put the link to the video description box. I'll put the link for people to join the workshop. I'll put that in the video description box. And just real quick, you guys, do you want to say, if you've had one word of recommendation for people who don't know us and don't know me and don't know anything about the workshop, what would you say? 30 seconds for each one. 30 seconds.
I am here because this seems to be more focused. I can focus in one lane and get to my goal.
Boom. Maggie?
I would just say, if you want success, this is the way to go, because it's a great path already laid out for you.
Awesome. Boom. Yolanda?
All I can say is finally. In every aspect, just finally.
Oh, yes. I can
Finally.
say that too. Like, this has been such a dream, because I told myself I want to be surrounded with positive, heart-centered people who are about their mission, who are committed to get their things done. And this is exactly what is happening. It's like, oh my God, dreams do come true, y'all.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah. So amazing. Just when you have that desire, the universe will conspire with you and your heart to manifest that thing. But when you want to manifest something that's positive, that's going to affect a lot of people in a positive way, the universe goes out of its way to make that thing happen. And that's exactly what happened here. I just started studying.
The universe is really much more full than people realize. I mean, people have this concept that there's a limit. There really isn't. I mean, all you have to do is look out at the sky at night. It just goes forever. That's how. I mean, the universe is literally limitless.
Yeah, unlimited. Unlimited. Yes, it's just amazing.
We've been trained to think the other way. We just have to reprogram our brain.
Right. The deprogramming has begun for me 3 years ago. I've only been studying for 3 years, but I think the reason why I can see through the muckety muck that's out there is because I don't know, I just have the gift to see patterns. I can't really explain it. I just could see patterns. And I've been saying this since I've been, knee-high to a grasshopper and blue in my face. Success leaves clues. There's almost nothing new under the sun. You just have to look for it. We don't have to be out here reinventing the wheel out here, but we just have to come together with the right minds and the right hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like this. And so finally, this is what's happening. And I keep hearing that repeatedly. People are like, hey, Ann, I found your videos and you're just so refreshing. I'm like, what? Really? I'm refreshing? Really? It's just that people, they're tired of the nonsense. They're tired of the, being ridiculed and demeaned and, and being overcharged for stuff. That's a whole other video we could do, y'all. It's crazy. But I have had men, women, people of all walks of life, people who have been studying for 25 years, people who are brand new to the walk, telling me the same thing, like, man, I'm so glad I found you. And I'm like, I'm glad you found me too. I'm glad, I'm just happy to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't glorify me. We found each other for a reason. And you went through what you had to go through, and I went through what I had to go through, and we are here now, and we just gonna take this thing and we're gonna take it all the way to the moon, because baby, when I drop these 3 new blueprints on y'all, let me tell you about my sister here, Demeter. Demeter ain't playing with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Demeter sent me her new asset. I'm gonna just say asset, and I was impressed. I was like, how you do that so fast? Demeter not playing with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I know that when I drop this new blueprint, Demeter gonna be everybody put together. I know this. I already know this.
It's like we all got our root. We all got our root, and we're all bearing different fruit. And that's the thing that I started to look for. What fruit are you bearing? Before I even get into a heated out discussion, are you bearing any fruit? If you're not, I ain't got to argue with you. What fruit are you bearing?
Thank you. The results speak for itself. Demeter needs to give a class, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. She took the blueprint, right? The publishing one, and she spun it on his head. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait, I ain't saying none of that. But okay, yes. That's what you're supposed to do, though. She did that. I'm like, wow, yes. Give the sister her props. I love what she did. And she working on asset number 2. Demeter ain't playing with y'all. That's all I got to say. Y'all can sit on these blueprints all you want, but Demeter, she's on fire. She ain't playing with y'all. And I know that when
like, what's gonna be the easiest for me right now? And this one.
And ran with it, and twisted it and reshaped it to her lifestyle. Okay, it's crazy. I'm like, yes, that's just like the stuff that all dreams are made of. I was more happy for her. You didn't see me, but I was like this. Oh my God, my foot hurt, my heel hurt, but I don't care. I was jumping up and down in my chair.
It was really impressive. Yeah.
I told her what I did.
It was really impressive.
You showed Maggie?
Yeah, I told Maggie how to do it.
Crazy.
I'm like, I can't tell. I said everybody won't know how I did it, but hey, she gave us the clues.
I literally gave you the blueprint, but it's for you to take it and run with it. And that's what the sister did. I was like, let me tell you.
You just took me back to my familiar spot. Like, I done been there so many times with that thing. Like, oh, let me try this one.
I love it. You wait till we have our first meeting. Ooh, is gonna be on when we have our first workshop meeting. Y'all, that was also in the email, the first workshop meeting. So
I actually just got it off of the page out of the community. Maggie told me it was in the community, so I got it out of there. I'm gonna write it on my calendar, so I will be there with bells on.
Yes, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna release the first of the new three, the next three blueprints. I'm gonna release this one in the workshop, but during the first meeting, I'll kind of like go over it, because there are some people who still need a little, you know, one-on-one type of, you know, they visual learners. So we'll take our time with them. We ain't hating on nobody. We'll go through line by line, because I want everybody to jump on this. I don't care what you're doing with the other stuff, but do this one because it's so simple. And your income potential is astronomical. I'm like, what? And one asset, think about it, Demeter, the one asset that you created with the other blueprint. Imagine if you created this one. Now you already know it's going to take a good, you know, a little bit of time for the build up. This one, the build up is 30 days.
Okay, my build up gonna be great. I started my Facebook page. I got me one logo, but he making me something else. So that's where I'll be posting my books, on this Facebook page that I created. I mean, yeah. It's a build up. I've done several other things too, so I know how it works, but yeah. I'm gonna just promote it and keep adding, and it's gonna go from there.
Right. I mean, your life has already taken a turn just from being aware of the knowledge, right? Then when you execute, that's a whole different other dimension that you have just entered. Now you give it time. In time, you have just changed your legacy from where you currently were to 3 months to 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 12 months out. 12 months out, your life will never, ever, ever be the same.
What you ain't saying is, after this quarantine is over and me riding around with boxes of my own books in my car and people supporting me just on the move. Hey, I got a copy. You can get this at a discount. You ain't even got to go on the website.
Hello, and I know people who do that now. So imagine. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy how just from this workshop, your life has taken a complete turn. And
I ain't thought about that. You know, I never even thought about doing none of that. You know that, right? So,
I always wanted to be a writer. I used to write a lot when I was in college, and on and off, and I always wanted to write books. One time I wrote a list of books ideas. I kept writing ideas. So I haven't done it yet, but because I wanted to focus so much on all these other things. But oh yeah, I got to get on it because I love writing anyways. So yeah.
I can't tell you how many people that applied, and in the interview, they said the same thing you just said. They're like, oh my gosh, this is confirmation. Oh my God, I've been doing, you know why?
Some things I wanted to write about. List of book ideas.
Because we are all a spark of the creator.
Yes.
We are creators. We are the
just like, I need to have the time to write the books, but like your idea, that's a good start because you don't have to do a lot yet.
And that's what I said. Now, eventually, I'll sit down and do my own thing. But for now, okay, I got you, girl. You done been sitting and just writing stuff all your life. Okay, well, I could put it to work.
Yes. So, oh my gosh, guys, I'm not even gonna talk about the month.
When you were talking about earlier about meditating, that's the key too. You said that when you meditate, that get clear on what you need to write.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That has been my.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. That's been my. People are like, what's your secret? That's my secret. I lay down.
When I was in college the last time, that's when I had gotten into meditation, and I would go. I kept trying to find spots, and I finally found this one spot that was called the Quiet Room. I'm like, I can't believe I didn't find it before in the library. And it was actually literally quiet. Nobody knew this place existed. So I'd go in there, and I would meditate for like at least 30 or 45 minutes before, and then I'd start doing my papers, and I was getting just like straight A's, and it would just be so easy to write papers, to meditate first. That was.
Well, I'm more like Ann. When it starts getting too much, I go lay down.
Yeah.
I go lay down.
Because we are so inundated with information. You could be overloaded with so much information. You need to just quiet and still the mind. And then when you quiet and get in that still place, baby.
Yes.
You have idea after idea after idea. That's actually how what's his face? What, I'm misdirecting this man. The one that came up with Eat,
Pray, and Love, or something like that. I can't hear.
She went out again. Yeah, this.
Oh.
Do you know? I was already excited and motivated and doing all of this stuff, but I got a whole nother fire under my butt, y'all. I mean, it's another level of enthusiasm. It was like, this stuff excites me anyway. My husband said he gets irritated, like, you just gonna be in the office all day, because I'll think of something and come back here and search it and find myself on the computer, but it is what it is, you know. But now I got a whole nother fire. Like I have a goal and I actually see the finish line now. You know what I'm saying?
Very different to the ending.
Yeah. That's what the whole Mission Impossible is about. It gives you a whole purpose in life. It's not just about you and your family, because that's important too, but it also gives you that network of kindred spirits. There's nothing like it on the face of this earth. When you are around like-minded people,
another burst of energy. That's that extra burst of energy that you need. Just when you downtrodden and feeling like, okay, I'm at my wit's end. Then once you connect with the next person, you're like, okay, I'm ready to get up again, you know?
Exactly. So that's what the whole mission is about. Because sometimes when I first started getting the idea, I really couldn't explain it properly, because it was a feeling, you know. It was an environment that I was. But now I have the words to put to it. It's like, yes, this is a movement in and of itself, you know. Y'all there?
Yeah, we can hear you. You just froze.
Yeah. Well, you guys are frozen for me too. But anyway, we could. This thing was only supposed to be 20 minutes, y'all. Okay, we are ridiculous. But it was so fun. It was just flowing, just organically, and I just had a good time. And I was like, just let it flow. So thank y'all. I'm gonna have a whole lot of work to edit this doggone video because it's so long. That's why I like shorter videos, because I got to just get in, get out, and just be done. But hey, it is what it is. It was meant to be this long, and everybody just, you know, was contributing so much. I got another Amazon delivery, but everybody was just. It was just.
I got one earlier today.
Now, if we had invested in Amazon pre-IPO, before the company went public, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see all them Amazon groups on me and on Facebook?
No.
I will not.
On your application,
I won't just order straight off of Amazon no more, because I'm in them groups. I ain't ordering nothing without a discount code. I'm sorry. I order my books, but other than that, I be on them groups. They could give out discount codes all day. I catch free stuff. You getting 50% or more off the item. I'm like, oh, this is the ticket. Where I've been all these years, spending my money on Amazon. That's what those groups are about. It's sellers on Amazon that hook up with people with large pages, and to get their numbers up in Amazon, they try to sell some products. So they'll give them a product and a coupon code so a bunch of people could order it so they can move their ranking on Facebook. So that's what all of those Amazon groups that I'm in are about. They give out discount codes all day long.
Oh, wow. Okay. Turned us on to something new. See? That's what I'm saying.
So
Okay.
Amazon packages, I get them, but I ain't spending the money that everybody else spend. Trust and believe me.
See, you get something new. Listen, y'all. Let me talk to the audience real quick. Let me talk to the YouTubers out here that don't know us. They don't know me from Adam. They don't know anybody here. Let me talk to y'all. Do y'all hear what the meter just dropped? Y'all better stop playing. Join. First of all, hit the subscribe button and join the YouTube community. But then take it another further step and consider joining us in the workshop, because we're not playing with y'all. Okay, we're about to set this world on fire, and the inspiration is off the chain. I mean, I feel the goosebumps here. You know, it's just, and the positivity though, the delivery is positive. Okay, so that's all we have for you all today. We'll see you on the next girl chat. What did we decide? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is working for y'all? Okay.
Yeah, I wrote Monday, 2 p.m. Girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll put the link to join us in the next girl chat. And if you're interested, just click the link and you just subscribe, and I'll send you the link next Monday. And I have to put it on my little reminder too. So thank y'all, ladies. It's been great. Yolanda had to go, and she just said, in the chat, I can't wait till next meeting. I'm jumping off now. So yeah, it was only supposed to be 20 minutes, but it was so much fun that we just had to do what we had to do. So sorry that it was so long, but it was great. Hope you guys get something out of it. I know I did. Did you guys have the same? Okay.
I got an abundance.
Okay, cool. So see, this was what our spirit needed. You see, this is what it was. That's what it is right there. So hopefully next girl chat will be, more people, but if not, we got this. We're good. And I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. Hey fam, we are proud partners with Car Marshal. So if you or someone you know are looking for a new or used car, you can perform a nationwide search, and it's free, 100% free. The best part is they help you find a car and actually negotiate the price for a hassle-free car buying experience. You can find the link in the video description box below to our channel sponsor, Car Marshal. Thank you, beautiful people. We appreciate your support.